And so I've reached the age of Paul McCartney's song. I am now Paul McCartney 64, so I don't know if does anyone know the words for that? You can sing it. So the whole thing about caring and sharing and, open mics often fill the gap that, people are not seeing all members of their family, or they're bereaved, or they've gone away, or they're in another country, or they're travelling through. So the old storytelling gets healed through manifestation of a... Anyway, yeah, so Leonardo's got his hand drum. He's retired from being my backing vocal. So that's good, isn't it? So he's going to play for you in a minute, and I'm going to go and sit down. And at the age of 65, the realisation that a lot of these guys this year are going to be 80. So that's Bob Dylan, Jeff Beck, Bob Marley, Eric Clapton, that whole crew. They all came in like a wave of geese flying in, trying to stop the war after the Second World War. And then I was reflecting on when we were born, us flock of geese. We were coming in on the anti-Vietnam War, and we were called space hippies. We became all sorts of funky junkies, trendy rendies, hippie dippy. Yeah, because we were on the border of retro punk and rock and smooth jazz, and why the rock and roll sort of, yeah man, let's get out of it and try and stop the war didn't work. So if anyone wants to buy me a tank, put flowers on it, put a DJ in it, and we'll drive it around Star, because we love Russians, we love people, we love everybody. There's a lot of mixed race, cultural people, they're all mixed race. We're all mixed race, so all good people of all nations shouldn't be told by their Prime Minister this morning, is what was said earlier. How do I say your name again? Kwame, Kwame, see? This is what happens when you're 64, your left brain suddenly plops off. I think it's that, the final menopause, where your jellyfish womb has collapsed and your brain is also collapsing. And my father calls it at 94, I think I'm disintegrating, but I don't want to be buried or cremated. So I said, well, we'll shove you in a cannon at Wookie Hole and blow you into the sky. So we're planning all different ideas for him. If you've got any ideas to help his deep fear of passing, this could help. And one brother in the bar, he's actually got his dad on the shelf. And I said, does he say anything to you from the shelf? I think he was cremated and put in a pot. I mean, that's quite weird, isn't it? Bereavement's very weird. I know we've all been through it. And but being still alive is quite weird. When you wake up in the morning and you go, oh fuck, I'm still here. What am I going to have for breakfast? And so I don't know. I don't think the planet. I don't know what Keir Starmer or all these guys have got. Oh dear, I've taken too much cocaine. I think I was abused at boarding school. Let's buy some more tanks. And yeah, I'm a big bully. I don't know what's the theme behind, because this morning he did say some pretty terrible things. So we don't agree, the mums and grannies and the 80s crew, the 60s crew, and the comebackers at 28ers. Now when Leonardo came back in, that was a huge crew. They were the even more Jimmy crew. All mixed race men look like Jimi Hendrix. Really, let's face it. And in fact, Kwame met Jimi Hendrix at the bandstand at 9 years old, jamming, surrounded by women. who's that? And they said, it's Jimmy. And he was supposed to open up the Glastonbury Festival, but they were very worried about him, and we worked it out at the table just now, that he managed to take the sound of war, gunfire and helicopters, reverb it back at you, which Jeff Beck did, and make it into music. He took aggression and made it peaceful. I don't think people actually realised. If you do find that, and that's what we need now. We need a lot of musicians, DJs, people to get these tanks, and change this vibration that we have to all go to war in here or there. Oh, really old-fashioned and dull. Fucking pissed off with it. Boring. It's so boring. Yes. So anyway, I might go topless outside Parliament later. Don't come, you won't cope. It won't be very pleasant. After 4 children, doesn't look quite the same, does it? Anyway, I'm a storyteller, mum and gran, MCP. People used to chat me up when I was 14 and think I was 30. Now finally that's stopping. What a relief. God. They think I'm the sort of, I think what it is, they think I am the Spanish version of the video they watched with their mates last Friday. And I don't do all those positions, no. I'm quite happy to have a cup of tea. And so Leonardo is a visual thinking, vibrational artist. He lip reads. He doesn't email. He finds English and texting quite difficult, but he's a mind mapper, so he's got the original thinking. So a lot of these original thinkers who could then go into Hindi, Swahili or Hindu, they can take their language from picture to action or picture to language. So the key to the point is why the psychologists for 100 years got jealous of these people, put them through hell, sedated them, and mental health is the final slavery. So yeah, that's the other thing. I'm anti-mental health. Yeah, I'm into original visual thinking and not allowing any of your empathy. So if you're having a vision, fabulous. If you're hearing voices, good. Just make sure you know what it is. So if it's your auntie says come and have a cake, that's all right. If it's asking you to do something really weird, maybe don't do it. Maybe not. So anyway, look into your history, ancestry in the 80s, the 60s, the 90s, and the 64. And this is the news from MCP. I'd like to start asking to go to Torquay and open up a guest house for retired sociopaths with some NLP yoga therapy, and that would help. Could take about all the world leaders with them, and we could get on and run the planet, plant some trees, recycle plastic, and try and talk to dolphins. They're quite good, yeah. You can do that in your bath with bubbles. Telepathic, learn telepathy, it's very good. It's not mental health, it's fun. You can ring up a friend and do telepathy. You can use fruit and go, yeah, what am I thinking? And they could say orange and they could be right. And you suddenly realise you are it. I'm sure Annie does it with her partner when he's up north. I with my wife all the time. He does it with his wife and kids. I'm sure partners do it. You might do it with your loved ones who passed over. You suddenly get a memory and feel you're still angelically connected. And this is all good. I don't think this is mental health. I think that's scared of cosmic realism. So, yeah, why not teach telepathy and empathy and angelic healing? Why not? And get rid of all these arms demons. Alright then, lots of love. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. And when I am 64, when I am, yeah. I saw Eric Clapton with Laura, we enjoyed that. Well, she went on the day. It really upset me. And, fucking hell. Erin only wrote a song and I wasn't there. We were going to do Streets of London. This is women. Totally, no women are understandable, so don't try and understand them. They've all got jellyfish problems. It's called wounds that do strange things. And that affects their left brain or right brain. And they love each other and hate each other. And it depends how good the grannies and mums and aunties are. So, yeah. You can have Forgive Your Mother Day, auntie, grandmother, and all the funny women on the planet. Right, that's it. That's 400 quid to everybody. Do enjoy the Dorchester tea room if you've got the money. I don't know, I think it's about 100 quid now. The sandwiches, yeah. I was too old for his brother, that was a bit of a shame. I think he thought I was 38 and then he realised I was older and then he got really embarrassed. Like a few men do that, they go, oh my god. Like this Caribbean guy at mindfulness. He said, do you want to come round to mine? I said, no, I'll have a tea. Do you know how old I really am? And he was a bit shocked.
That's a good thing.
So he went and had to do it himself and had the fantasy about this brunette that was 38. Wasn't me. Alright, anyway, look after yourselves. Don't get anyone to project their fantasy onto them. Be yourself. Find out about your history and bring in peace in the new Aquarian age. Alright then. That's it.
Hey.